Alright, so I'm trying to sit down watching this Epstein special on Netflix, right? Alright, now remember not I say, but I'm pretty certain, fairly certain, that the Floyd guy was a sacrifice. Not even just, what do you call it? Uh, a distraction, a sacrifice. Alright, so all these white chicks on there. This had nothing to do about Me Too right now, what I'm about to say. For one thing, right? At the beginning of it, this is a new series, right? I mean, it's like a limited, whatever. Basically, it's a bunch of episodes, but this is it. It's side. So the first couple of minutes, they make sure to show his picture with Clinton, but I mean, not Clinton, but Trump. They actually, like notice they make sure to show that, and it's just a picture. You could tell it's in the '90s of him, uh, and Trump and da 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 da. But as the girls are talking and they naming the people who, because these were just little young white girls or whatever at the time. All the people they were saying that they messed with, it was like Clinton and all these Harvey Weinstein and all this back in the night. They ain't say nothing about Trump. They just it's two times I saw they made sure to throw that picture in there, but none of the girls they're interviewing said anything about him being there. And so this is just my theory, right? It looked like Epstein and nobody saying nothing about it. It looked like he was just a groupie of Trump because it shows Epstein, whatever, that was his job. He was a money manager. It looked like he was trying to court him. I mean, you can say this is just me, and but that had nothing to do with a lie. I'm going by what I just saw, right? And like I said, these liberals they trying to throw him in there, and you see that he never that none of the girls, all the interviews they sent them to Vietnam. They doing this and that. They sent them to Vietnam as far the 16-year-old girl. Epstein paid for it, as the pad up her resume for so when she want to get humanitarian work, you know, he paid for. Of course, he paid for, and of course, her parents let her go. You let your 16-year-old daughter, a grown ass billionaire, pay for your daughter a 16-year-old trip. Pay for your 16-year-old daughter a trip, and all the way to Vietnam so she can have experience doing humanitarian work at 16. You can't afford to do it, but this rich guy comes along and says, "Hey, I'm gonna send your daughter. I'll pay for it," and you say, "Yeah," because it's gonna look good. Now she's on here. They got her on it. A bunch of them on here. Trying to sell that. Her sob story. And I ain't putting her down. Whatever. Because whenever you see it, it just looks like it's more like she wanted something. Even at 16, she knew. Like I said, I said yesterday, as a man, I had to learn all this when I was a little boy about getting something from nothing from dudes. You know what I'm saying? It never happened. I never had to face it. But my point is, why we were smart enough to avoid that shit. But anyway, my point was, it was a writer for Vanity Fair. I'm still watching it, right? I can't even get past the first episode because I keep, just like, just laughing and shit. Like, like, you knew what you was doing right. So one of them, the writer, she says, she wrote a article about him, right? And he didn't want her. I guess this was still in the '90s. He didn't want he said if he doesn't like what she's writing, he's gonna call. He knows all. She was pregnant with twins, and she's gonna call. He knows all the doctors in New York, right? And if he doesn't like what he reads, he's gonna call a witch doctor. You're like, what? That's what I'm like. What? That you look at it for yourself. All right. My thing with this is, didn't I was just talking about yesterday, a sacrifice. Seriously, and I was dead serious about it. That George Floyd guy, was a sacrifice because for the Democrats, they don't mind sacrifice. You gotta really think not even outside the box. The truth is stranger than fiction. These Democrats, Bill Clinton, all of them, Hillary Clinton, they heavy in the witchcraft. Then this rich white guy, he threatened her. He said he was gonna have a witch doctor put a whatever if he doesn't like. And he didn't say I'm gonna have my cronies, whatever. It's the '90s, whatever a rich white guy would say. He ain't say I'm gonna have some of my people fuck you up, punch you in the belly, kick you in the stomach, blah 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 blah. Some whatever, some mob type shit. Like his mob buddies in New York. He didn't say nothing like that. And this was the writer. This wasn't one of the girls who was abused. This was just the she was a white lady too. She was the writer of an article for Vanity Fair. And then she says, he bought off Vanity Fair. But my point is, she said when she put the article out for Vanity Fair, turned it in, he got word of it and said, if I don't like it, watch it for yourself. I don't like it. I better like what I see, what I read, or I'm gonna have a witch doctor, and it's because she said she was pregnant with twins, and he said, "Oh, I know every doctor in this city." And he said, he switched and said, "I'm gonna have a witch doctor." And to me, like, immediately you're like, this rich white dude is talking about a witch doctor. He fuck with billionaires, because he, early on in the episode, she's telling when she was 16 how he impressed her with all the billionaires he know in New York. That's what he do. He's like a financial advisor. But when he feels threatened that she's putting out this article about the girls he was fucking with, the underage girls, he threatened her with witchcraft. Not to have his mob buddies or nothing like that. You're gonna be 6 foot deep, da 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 da. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I be trying to. This shit people be talking about is not just conspiracy theory. That these Democrats are heavy in the fucking witchcraft. Trust me, this special ain't gotten. That was just a small part of this special. These episodes. You could be like, well, you just reading too much. No, cause like it was a small part. She just said when she was pregnant with her twins, he threatened that he would have witch doctors make her, whatever, make her pregnant or miscarriage or whatever. Not that he gonna pay his doctors off, that all his doctor friends to, to induce, pump her up with something. He literally said he scared her with witchcraft. That's why you're like, what that have to do with that dude George Floyd and Biden? Witchcraft, sacrificing, voodoo. Remember I've been calling these motherfuckers demons and shit like that? These motherfuckers are, and they hung. Well, you know what they did to Epstein? They hung his ass. Clinton. Because look, they in this episode they did mention Bill Clinton, but they didn't mention Trump. But they did have a picture, one still photo of Trump posing with him. And like I said, to me it looked like he was just a groupie of Trump. Even though Trump, Trump failed. He had bankruptcies and blah 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 blah. But if this dude Epstein was that big in New York, and he was, not if, you would think he wanted Trump as a client in the '90s too. I'm not trying to clean it up, but all these girls, they got the real victims talking. These aren't actors. This is a documentary. They got they don't say nothing about Trump, but you see the producers, they just keep every once in a while just posting that photo of him and Trump back in the '90s. Like, just basically trying to suggest. But the victims, they ain't talking about Trump. They talking about the island. They talking about New Mexico. All these other people. They talking about Clinton and all them. They talking about what Epstein did. They don't say anything so far about, obviously, once he got arrested. I don't know. Like I said, I can't make it past the first 20 minutes. Because it's just, just like, see? And like I said, these motherfuckers, what the hell is wrong with this nigga? Who the hell blows that horn in 2020? You just pulling up. I know what's wrong with him. He a gang stalker. It's 2020. Like I said, don't trust these niggas, man. These motherfuckers heavy in witchcraft. All that. Let me zoom in on this motherfucker. Because it's 2020. If you just would call. I'm pulling up. You use your phone. Oh, she got an accent too. I don't trust them Haitian bitches or none of these motherfuckers, especially after now. The Democrats, New York, Hillary Clinton, they heavy into this voodoo shit, man. I'm telling y'all better watch out. Like I said, why would she blow a horn? Look, what is she doing over there? She just pulled up, blowing a horn like she fucking crazy. Nobody does that. Since the 2000s, before smartphones, 2003, you don't blow your horn no more. That's a 90s or 80s thing, or before cell phones. That's when you pull up and blow your horn. Bump, I'm outside. That let whoever you come to pick up, because you had the last time you talked to them was on your house phone, because there weren't no cell phones. But since cell phones, you don't pull up and blow the horn no more like that. This bitch crazy. You pull up and text them or call, even before smartphones. They getting mad about this voodoo and shit. I don't know what the hell this crazy bitch doing, but voodoo to me, it doesn't bother me. You know, like I said, you can't, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And trust me, this part is really, this Old Testament shit is really finna come down on their ass. I don't care what they could try to play victim. Oh, we're black. Where am I? No, bitch, you're a witch. you finna start burning y'all asses at the stake. Like they did the white ones in Plymouth or wherever. Back then. Hey, keep it up. Thanks for letting us know who you are. Keep telling on yourselves. Thanks. It makes our job that much easier to identify the voodoo motherfucker. Like I said, watch that shit. And you can say, what does that have to? I'm just saying. I told you that George, and it ain't like I'm on the white cop side at all. What I'm saying, both of them stupid motherfuckers. Cause both of them was stupid. Who the hell passed counterfeit money? Any street nigga know they have to fucking call. You try to pass a fucking fake dollar, they have to call them, cause that's federal. You passing fake money. You fucked. You trying to pass fake dope. That's why you don't hear too much about fake money. That's why you don't hear rappers rapping about producing their own money. That's why you don't hear about that shit. Cause everybody know not to fuck with that shit. That's not a threat. There's common sense. That's a fair. Nobody fucks with fake money, with counterfeit. See what I'm saying? That was a sacrifice. Like they drugged that dude up. It had them go do, because they got them drugs. The gang stalkers do. They got that shit. I think scopolamine or whatever the fuck. Maybe I ain't pronounce it right. Whatever. I ain't gotta pronounce it right. I don't have to be exactly right. The point is, and why it looks, another thing look like a sacrifice. Who the fuck just sits there and smiles for the camera? It basically looked like this nigga was smiling. I'm talking about the cop. You just smiling. And it's 2020. You ain't even had to look up and see somebody filming you. Who wouldn't know that as soon as you start jumping on that dude as a cop, that they gonna be filming you? But he just kept on in 2020. You tell them that, man, they got something on it, and I don't mean the cops. I'm talking about the Democrats, the liberals. They got something on that white boy. They got something on that dumbass nigga. They must got videos of him fucking goats and little kids that he fucking sat on that dude's neck. Even though he's being filmed, he just sat there talking shit in 2020. And your fucking anybody who has a career or had a career, you know damn well your fucking bills, your wife, your kids, even if you got a hectic job, all of that shit goes through your head. I don't care about racism, whatever race you are. If you're a man and you want a job, you got a job like that, well, whatever. All of that shit goes through your head. What I'm saying, I'm not defending them. I'm saying something is up. Something is up. They wanted to bring back this Colin Kaepernick back shit. Bring that fake nigga back. All this bullshit. Y'all gonna be the dumbest, getting fucked up. Go ahead. Be my guest, nigga. I can't wait till y'all fucking stupid ass niggas do fall for this shit. Cause like I said, all of that shit, they must have something on him. They drugged that dude up, George, whatever the fuck. They drugged that nigga, that big ass nigga up. They drugged him up, gave him some fake money, and then they made that dude just basically throw away his career and go to prison because he must have did some really fucked up shit on videotape. And they calling They said, oh, either he just, he did something. He signed a deal with the devil. And the devil told him he ain't believe it. I'm finna come calling. They told that nigga, if you get up off that boy neck, your mama, everybody you love gonna finna die. I get, yeah, they gonna be filming you. They gonna be filming you. If you get up, if you get up, yeah, I promise you, you will not, you try to save your career by getting up and letting that dude or whatever. I promise you, everybody you love, everything you love finna disappear, nigga. You just making this shit. I don't know how I know. Trust me, I'm betting that's what went on. I ain't on nobody's side. I just know I ain't falling for the okie doke from these fucking witch doctors and shit like that. They set this bitch right here across the street. Ain't nowhere in hell. Bitch, you ain't voodooing me. You can't curse me. He say your curses bounce off of me. You can get mad. That's why y'all so mad. This shit did. But I thought I put a curse on him. Yeah, bitch, fuck you, ho. That shit do not work on me.